What's up guys, my name is Matt, life coach, HR, all kinds of cool jazz. You can have a look at it on my website. But today we're going to have a chat about humor. Different types of humor, humor informing attraction, Pewdiepie's humor, let's admit it, it's kind of funny, humor in the workplace, and then 4 different ways in which you can use humor to benefit your life. We have 4 different kinds of humor. 4. Okay, we have 4 different kinds of humor. We've got affiliative humor, aggressive humor, self-enhancing humor, and self-defeating humor. I found this really interesting article with Psychology Today, and it was an original study done by a gent by the name of Rod Martin. He found 4 different kinds of humor, and he sort of gave us a nice little way of summarizing the different kinds of humor that we can get. So, while we have these 4 different kinds of humor, your sense of humor and what you do in terms of giving jokes and what you find humorous are 2 different kinds of humor. They are not always exactly the same thing, and at the same time, you'll never have 100% one type of humor. So let's have a look at the different kinds of humor. Alright, we got a square. I hope nobody's watching this assuming that I am actually a good drawer. I'm not a good drawer. I'm terrible at drawing. This is just a fact. Yes. This is the center. Who cares? We've got enhancing the self. Enhancing self. We've got benign. Got enhancing relationships. This specific graph was developed by Rob Martin. Is his name Rob Martin? Rod Martin. With a D. Man's got a D. And then we've got injurious. Okay, so we've got the different types of humor. We've got aggressive humor. Now, aggressive humor is a type of humor that involves putting people down. You're not building people up. Our different actions are either constructive or destructive. We can either construct a good future, we can construct a person's self-image, or we can destroy their self-image. And then we've got affiliative humor over here. Affiliative humor is much more bonding sense of humor. A lot of it is observational humor. It's what Seinfeld has done. Whereas we have a look at aggressive humor, like Jimmy Carr, for example, he would have jokes that are a little bit more offensive. Personally, I find a lot of them quite funny still, but they're not always going to be the best thing in the workplace. We then have self-enhancing humor, and then we've got self-defeating. So where we have a look over here, we have a look at this a little bit further. Injurious joking can be towards somebody else, but it can also be towards ourselves. Self-enhancing humor is the humor that we use in order to make jokes about ourselves. More a case of laughing at ourselves and mocking ourselves. There are some really great comedians out there and really great people that I've worked with and coached with that do make jokes about themselves, but they don't do it in a manner that is self-destructive. Humor in love and attraction. Now, I also found another nice little article over here. Laughter, then love. Study explores why humor is important in romantic attraction. This is a study done by Jeffrey Hall and a few other gentlemen, gentle ladies, gentle people, within the University of Kansas. Let me have a quick read of the summary. Researchers found that when 2 strangers meet, the more times a man tries to be funny and the more a woman laughs at those attempts, the more likely the woman is interested in the man. When both laugh together, it's an even better indication of a romantic connection. The findings were among the discoveries made as part of a study looking for a connection between humor and intelligence. Now, a lot of the times humor allows a human being to be perceived as smarter and also improves their chances of being perceived as of higher sort of social value. So now this gentleman Hall, he mentioned over here, this is a quote from him, the idea that humor is a signal of intelligence doesn't give humor its due credit. Hall said, if you meet somebody who can laugh with, it might mean your future relationship is going to be fun and filled with good cheer. Now that is a natural thing with most relationships. Generally, you will find if there are a lot of positive emotions with individuals that wish to feel positive emotions, you will then have an attraction of sorts over there. I'll put a link to this specific study in the description below. Now here's something that I also found quite interesting, and it's something that I found myself doing as well. Men use humor to gauge if women are interested in them. Men are trying to get women to show their cards, Hall said. For some men, it is a conscious strategy. It is natural to make the people you like laugh. The next thing I want to have a quick chat about is Pewdiepie's humor. It's not covered enough in many different facets with regards to news media. News media has got a bit of a tendency of being a bit full of ass when it comes to Pewdiepie. I have a problem with this because I wanted to do a bit more research on Pewdiepie's humor but I couldn't find anything that was actually trying to dissect his sense of humor. One thing that I found that PewDiePie does quite fantastically is that he latches onto a certain subject with a running gag. Some of these jokes lasting years, the gist of it, and this is something that you can use as well. Establishing good relationships, not only personal but also professional, is have a good running affiliate of joke. Humor within the workplace is quite helpful when it comes to making sure that the general working environment is a little bit better. The first thing I want to suggest with humor in the workplace is don't be the clown. You want to have a good voice within the workplace that is listened to. Don't have everything become a joke, and don't become overly reactive to everything. I found a really interesting article by Forbes. It's a bit of an older one in 2013. People will enjoy working with you, obviously. Next over here, they mentioned that it helps with stress busting. It also allows for a humanizing working environment, which means that a good joke within the workplace can assist everybody in establishing that we're just trying our best to work together as a group of individuals. It also helps put others at ease. In a sales environment, the ability to have a chat with different people, making sure that brand new interactions are positive almost all the time. In closing, my dudes, I have 4 specific ways that we can make sense of this whole video. First thing I want to suggest is to find your funny. Find something that you genuinely enjoy and allow yourself to enjoy it. The next thing I want to suggest, when you have people around you that you absolutely love, do your best to make them laugh. The third point, and it's a point that I wanted to stress as much as possible, don't be the clown at work. Unless you're a clown. Finally, allow yourself to smile. It's so much easier to enjoy the world around you if you just allow yourself to smile a little bit. Be good, my dudes. Please comment below. I'll do my best to answer as much as possible. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!